Hello and welcome to my next video. Tonight I'm going to be having a little look through an online auction for an auction house that's near me, and it's an auction house that I know very, very well called Jeffrey's. I'm going to be going through, showing you the lots that I like and why I like them. Now, unfortunately, I work a full-time job, so I can't attend the auction. So these online auctions are great, and I'm going to be looking at what sort of bids I can leave and what I think I can get out of them. Now, I'm into ceramics and pictures, so that's really what I'm usually focusing on, but there are occasionally bits that catch the eye, and if they do, I'm going to have a discussion on what I think I could get for them. So the first lot that catches my eye is this lot here, which basically it consists of ceramic jugs. Now, the one thing that I do like in this is a very unusual looking teapot at the front, and I don't know who it's by, but if it catches my eye, it will probably catch someone else's eye. So have a little flick through the pictures now. So there's a Silvac jug in there. Hancock's, they're quite a good make. A couple of other bits and bobs, Trentham artware. Now this is the teapot that I like. Very, very unusual. There is an impress mark, but I can't make out what that is, unfortunately. But that's a nice lot, in my opinion. And the estimate is £20 to £40. Now, that teapot, it's a lovely looking thing. Very, very unusual. And probably, in my opinion, worth £30 to £40 on its own if I was selling it. So I'll definitely be considering putting a bid in on that, because if I can get, let's say, £35 for the teapot and I'm buying it at £30 for the lot, then the rest is all the profit. I'm going to have a scan through the next few lots now, see if there's anything else that catches the eye. Commemoratives. I do like commemoratives, especially if they're old. And there's an enamel beaker for Edward VII. There's a Victoria cup there. And this is hard to tell, but it's possibly a Victoria cup and saucer. A couple of crested ware items. Goss. Yeah, see, there's an 1887 Jubilee beaker. Oh, sorry, that looks like it's a three-handled cup. A Tig. Yeah, that's a Victoria cup and saucer. That's quite a nice shape. This is made by Ainsley as well. So again, that's a good little lot. That again, an estimate of £20 to £40. There's if you was to pick that up around £30, there's good money to be made on that one, in my opinion. Just go through the rest of the first page. Now, as I said, I have highlighted the lots that I'm interested in. There's Continental Comport there. They're quite common, those, but they are quite desirable and they do sell. So again, that's one that I'll be keeping an eye on. Now, there's something here which is so valuable. The estimate's £30 to £50. It's a Shelley angled handled cup and saucer. Now, it says that there's two saucers actually, but they've both got hairline cracks, but the cup is probably worth £400 to £500 on its own. Yeah, it's the sort of thing that if I'm going to go for it, I'll put in a bid of around 200, but I probably won't get it. But it's a lovely, lovely thing. Very, very desirable. Just keep scrolling down. Nothing really that catches the eye on that page. There's 4 Dalton figures there. or 3 Daltons and a Royal Worcester it is, but they're pretty bog standard. If you pick them up for very cheap, it's worthwhile, but it does tie your money up. This was something that I saw earlier. Not an area that I'm an expert in, but I did like the fact that it was a Citizen watch for the red arrows. And I did a little bit of research on eBay. They seem to be, well, certainly listed for in excess of £200. Estimate of 25 to 40 for 3 watches. It'll probably go higher. Not my area of expertise. If it goes cheap, I'll put in a cheeky bid, but if not, then I'll not be too upset about not particularly winning that one. Had a look through these pictures. None of them really caught my eyes. Anything that would be to my taste, or certainly what I think would sell. Now hitting the jewellery section, which I'll tend to skip because it's not my area of expertise either. I know there's money to be made in jewellery, and if it's your thing, then great, but for me, it's not really what I'm into. Okay, so I've just carried on past the jewellery, and one thing that has caught my eye is this Frank Zappa poster. Now, I like posters, and this was from a concert in Germany. Doesn't have a year, but I would suggest it's fairly old. And the fact that it's framed helps as well. People like them framed. 43 by 29 centimetres, not overly large either, so when it comes to postage it's not horrendous. The next couple of lots that I've got highlighted is this group of cats. They're okay, they're nothing special, but if they go cheap, they're the sort of thing that you will make money on. Also, this lot here of birds. Now, someone has requested a condition report on this. And it looks like there's a couple of them are in there that are in there. They've had damage, so that would have to go very cheap, that lot, for me to really be interested in that. I don't disregard damaged items. I've had some really good scores on damaged items, but it's generally on the rarer items you'd be looking for to buy them. A couple more Copenhagen figurines there. Again, quite desirable. Always seem to sell eventually. Just going through the next lot now. A large Bezic racehorse. That's the grey model. Might be worth looking into. It's a bit hit and miss at the moment though with the Bezic. This was a lot that I quite liked. Again, estimate of 20 to 40 seems to be a particular favourite. If you picked it up for around £20–30, you get probably more than that on that jug. That's quite a nice jug, that one. And then you've got the bonus of 2 pieces of Jasperware, which are, they always sell. So again, always look to double your money, and that's one that you could potentially do it on. Page 10 of 15. The last couple of pages are furniture. I don't look at that. Some nice Minton Haddon Hall wares there with a teapot. If that goes cheap, that's always worth buying because it's always popular. Here's something. Lovely Art Deco trios. However, unless they're, should we say, a more prestigious make, they don't tend to sell. You'll sit on them for ages. It's a shame because they are lovely. Some Prattware comports there, which are quite nice, but not for me really. Okay, on to the next page. I've highlighted this picture here simply because of the artist. I've picked this artist work up before for around the £15 mark and sold it for around the £75 mark, so it's not something to disregard. Obviously, you have to bear in mind that with pictures, they are more onerous, should we say, to post. It involves a lot of wrapping, so that's a lot of time. Again, this looks quite an impressively large oil on canvas of Siamese cats. Not too sure if it's for me, but there you go. So I've had a little skirt through, and the last thing that I'm interested in is this little mixed lot here. Mainly continental wares, but it's the sort of thing that I really like. Nice old cups and saucers. Those are what I would class as Worcester style, quite often done by Samson of Paris. A couple of well, one old vase there, not very well decorated in my opinion. It's an unusual coffee pot there. Again, old teapot. Again, not the best quality, but yeah, not too bad. This I do quite like, this inkwell. Does look like there's some damage. There's definitely wear to the gilding, but that's indicative of age. So I've got this thing back here, this Greek or Etruscan vase that could be tourist wear. So again, not something to get too excited about generally. Okay, so that's my thoughts on this auction. What I'll probably do is leave a few bids. If I get them, great. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. That's why I'm viewing this. It's not a big sale, one that I'm ultra excited about, but there's a few nice bits in there. That's it for now. Cheers. Bye.